老公，你看有没有讯号？
怎样就有讯号？
就是你用手机看有没有看到你的直播就知道了。
这里的线路那么烂，我连打开都懒得打开。
可以看，你可以回聊天室。你可以回聊天室。
就你要开的，你要负责。
没关系，那我们就安静点。
我已经很热了。
你可能要靠观众翻译船夫讲什么给你听。
我听得懂好不好？
看一下，我看一下。
唉，会买伴手礼回来给我们始终动感抽奖吗？当然不会啊。
这里漂亮吗？还是他们觉得你在绿幕？
哎，好多绯闻哦。
大家看一下。你要跟观众说我们在哪里？
我不知道，我们现在在剑桥。
代别康桥的那里。
我不知道哪里是康桥，我没办法跟。
我会跟你讲。哦，他在我们后面，那刚好。哎呦，八股。Oh no！ 小东会不会怕？
当然不会啊。会怕。我被太阳直射，怕紧张起来了。我现在全身都是湿的，手背腋下都是湿的。让我们免费帮大家科普上课啊！我们一边听的那个讲解，然后你们可以一边听。
Hi.
Hi.
How many first timers have in a boat? The whole boat. Okay. So where are we coming from here in the back?
Back is here. Taiwan.
Taiwan. You guys?
France.
France. You from? England. England. All right. Okay, so we have a nice international boat. So my name is Adal. I'll be your tour guide for today. A couple of safety precautions before we start. You just want to make sure you have your hands inside of the boat at all times to prevent any injuries during collisions. And also stay seated at all times so you guys don't fall into the river, of course. The only person doing the falling today might be me. That's what I'm here for. You guys should be nice and dry throughout the whole way.
小东假装听得懂。
听懂啊，就我们
你要去翻译给观众听。
他说要确保你的手放在船里面。
哦，我念留言给你听。哦，我念留言给你听。
那翻聊天室也听不懂啊。
是这样啊。
It's so hot today. Days like this, you don't want to be pushing boats. You want to be in the water, relax. So we have a nice empty river as well, which is quite nice, which means I won't have to shout too much. There won't be too much drifting. But if anybody, one of the punters falls in the river, you guys can smile and clap. It's part of the show. It's for your entertainment.
这是数学桥。
你是完全没有数学桥啊？这个
好像是吧？我看几。
你是不是完全没有听得懂他在讲什么？
大概有30%听不懂。
他说如果人掉进水里，你可以拍手。他说是表演的一部分。
我刚只听他
our
掉
tour
到
is
水
going to
里
be 45 minutes in total, where we'll be seeing the backs of the 8 colleges and 9 of its bridges. And I will give you guys a little bit of history about these buildings, to why they're so iconic, and the reason why you guys are here today. So you just get to enjoy and relax. If you have any food, feel free to eat on the boats. If you have any drinks, feel free to drink as well. And if you fall asleep, I'll take it as a compliment. So you don't feel ashamed. So to start the tour, let me give you guys a bit of a background about Cambridge University. This is the 2nd oldest university in the whole of UK, 4th in the whole world. Can you guys guess which university is the oldest in the UK?
Harvard.
Yes, Oxford. And as you guys already know, we don't like Oxford. Yes, they don't like us either. Feeling is quite mutual. So it is quite hard for me to admit this, but Cambridge University was actually founded by an Oxford scholar. Quite ironic. This university was founded by a scholar by the name of John Grimm in 1209. And the first college was founded in 1287, just a couple of years later, called Peterhouse. Have you guys had the chance to go see Peterhouse? No? Well, it is still in the city center, so after the tour you guys can have a little look. Now, do you know what's the purpose of a college? What the students do inside of the college? Any guesses?
To be educated.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the whole of university, right? Education system. But a lot of people think that this is the place where the students have their lectures and lessons. But really, a college is a place for students to come sleep, study, and pray. That is why each college consists of a building for the accommodations where the students can sleep, a building for the library where they can study, and a chapel where they can pray. But of course, nowadays, us students, we don't really pray as much. So we now like to say that this is a place for the students to come sleep, study, and party. Because they do party like it's religion in here. You could say the system they have here is the same as in Harry Potter. Have you guys seen the movie?
鸭子，
Yeah, you could say that Hogwarts is the equivalent to Cambridge University as a whole. And the halls of Hogwarts, Slytherin, Gryffindor, would be the equivalent to this college here today. So each college has its own identity, their own societies, secret societies, cultures, sports teams, and this is where the students live throughout their studies. And today we'll be seeing the backs of the 8 most famous colleges of Cambridge, but keep in mind that in total there is actually 31 colleges in order to contain around 25,000 students.
小动翻译，观众已经满头问号了。
And for our first
我
college
听
of
懂
the trip,
31
we'll be talking
个
about
大
this
学
one right here to，the
然后
right. This is the
25000
famous
的
King's
学生，
College.
所以他是说全英国嘛？
And as we pass this very bridge in front of us, the King's Bridge, you'll be able to see the most famous view of Cambridge, the famous King's Chapel. So that's the view that you see every time you go to Cambridge.
哇，好漂亮啊！
The college was founded by King Henry VI in 1441. He was only 19 years old when he founded the college,
这是那
and
个
he started the construction of the chapel
那个
in
大礼拜堂，
1446.
在
But
整
now,
修，
that chapel took actually almost 100 years to be finished because of the War of Roses. In this war, King Henry VI fought Edward IV. They had 3 battles in the course of 11 years, and it all ended with King Henry being defeated and executed in the Tower of London in 1471. Now, throughout those battles, King Henry ended up running out of money because of the financing
有
of the
人在游
war.
泳，
So he was never able to actually finish the
有人
foundation
开
of the
游了
college, and neither the construction of the chapel.
哇，好
So
色
the
哦！
job of finishing this institution fell into the hands of his successors. King Henry VII finished the foundation of King's College in 1508, and then King Henry VIII finished the construction of the chapel in 1544. So it took in total 98 years to finish that chapel, which so happens that it is the tallest chapel in the world in terms of height, and the very same building where they have the Christmas carol concerts every Christmas Eve, which are broadcasted all over the UK.
哎，你要认真翻译啊！
啊，不是你的工作吗？
我光听懂就已经很累了，我没有办法在另外一个 CPU 帮忙翻译。
应该听得懂多
As
少
we？leave Kings, we have now entered
他刚
Clare's
才介绍那
College.
个大教堂啊，
In
反
front
正
of
就
me,
是
you
好
guys
几
can
个
see the
国王的
Clare's
那
Bridge, the
个，
oldest bridge in the river.
反正就是
Built
说
in
什么，
1638
好像什么4世，然后打仗没钱，然后什么到了什么6世还是什
And
么
it
几
is
世
part of the，
然后
oldest
最后才盖好，
college in the
花了
river,
什么
which is
98
Clash.
年哦。
This college is very
应该
famous
没错。
amongst the students for being known for having the best pub of all the colleges of Cambridge. According to teachers, the pub here in Clares has a collection of 250 different types of scotch. So it's quite fancy. And it was founded by Lady Elizabeth de Clare in 1358. She was one of the wealthiest women in the UK. Didn't come, but she. It's actually one of the reasons why the punters nicknamed her the Black Widow of the River Cam. So the story is that by the time she was 27 years old, she had been married 3 times,
27岁
and all of her
嫁3
husbands
次
died a year
牛逼啊
after marriage. Very
人
suspicious.
生胜利组。
Of course, a lot of people speculate she poisoned her husband, took all their money, which is assessment. But what actually happened, one husband died during a fight, and another one died of typhoid because they drank the river water. Yeah, so not the smartest of the bunch.
真出错。
It didn't stop her from time, the Catholic Church sources of income of the
No.
it's pretty much when people from their sins. What they used to do, chapels, the church, into heaven, as if
哦，这
So
是壁花吗？
for the students that she implemented. Pray for her soul every morning.
是没有一个搓
So her love story is very tragic.
Yes, I certainly make it try.
可能也没有人愿意付这个钱。这一趟45分钟，这趟45分钟要一个人要1200。
The foundation of this wealth comes from land. As Trinity College is the 4th largest land owner in the whole of UK. Yeah, they have own land pretty much in every single city. Center. More specifically, the land where the Botanic Gardens are located. And in London, they own the land where the O2 Arena is located. Now, their most famous investment is actually with Tesco's, the biggest supermarket chain in UK. This college has a 50% stake in 11 Tesco stores here in Cambridge, which are located in their land, which means for every pound that is spent in these 11 locations,
我能理
Trinity
解
gets
趴数
50
开始
pence
往
out
下
of the
掉
pound.，
你看从
That's
80
without
掉到
counting the stake
剩50。
that they also have in Tesco's as a whole, because they were one of the first investors in the company. So they are a significant stakeholder in Tesco's.
很 Q 吗？
你知道有一件事吗？这里是这个最佳船位，它那杆直接拉起来，然后水喷到我身上，
帮你消
很凉爽，很凉爽。
英国网络超破的，对不对？捷运完全没网路，是直接是静止符号那种没网路，不是1格，是0格。
Now to my left, you guys can see that beautiful castle over there. The most beautiful building in the River Cam, also known as the Wedding Cake, because it looks like one.
鸭子，
The new court of St. John's College, a residence for students of St. John's. Some of the students get to live in a
人
castle
家在
here.
讲那个
This is
像
the
蛋
true
糕，
Harry
你在
Potter
拍鸭子
experience.
是怎样？
And it is part of St. John's, which is the second largest and second richest college of Cambridge University after Trinity. This college alone has a net worth of £800 million.
我是说，好的划船
It was founded by Bishop John Fisher. in 1511. Originally, he wanted to found the college. Originally the grandmother of King Henry VIII was the one that wanted to found this college, but she passed away
哎，这
in
个钱其
1509.
实也不好赚，他们要背
So
很
the
多
job
东西。
of finishing the foundation of
早
the
上已经
college
背
fell
的
into
手
the hands of a
滚瓜
personal
烂
priest,
熟了，好不好？
who was Bishop John. However, this
那你来这
friendship
边干嘛？
看风
ended
景
during the Reformation, which is one of the reasons why Trinity and St. John's
你
today
有发
are
现那个
big
鸭子
rivals
轻
in
易就
Cambridge.
获得我的关注
So the two biggest institutions of Cambridge don't like each other. It's like Harry Potter all over again. You could say that Hogwarts, Gryffindor would be St. John's in this conversation, and Trinity is Slytherin.
那人家提到哈利波特有提起你的兴趣啊？
有，他说那个三一学院是 Slytherin，就是那个史莱哲林吗？我只听到这一句而已，我前面都没有在听。
他刚刚有讲另外一个，他好像讲另外一个是什么？
因为他们雕刻很厉害吗？你看他们上面还有一些动物的雕刻的动物。 这是古代
If
建
you
筑，
look right
多
ahead,
厉
you guys
害
can！see the famous Bridge of Sighs connecting both sides of St. John's College.
所以
That is the most beautiful bridge in the River Cam. It was designed. Oi, oi, oi.
又是小帅哥，
Oi,
哦，好帅！
oi, oi, oi. So, the Bridge of Sighs was designed by Thomas Rickman in 1831 as an extension of the new court,
啊，
which is why
这是另外一个景点。
the original name of the bridge is actually the new bridge.
鸭子，
One time, Queen Victoria came to visit the college and saw the bridge and believed that it looked like the Bridge of Sighs of Venice. So she nicknamed this one the Bridge of
那
Sighs
只
of
疯
Cambridge.
狗啊！
Since she was the queen and nobody could argue with her, we just went with the nickname. So now this is the Bridge of Sighs of Cambridge. Yes, Mr. Doug. Very funny. Now, have you guys ever been to Venice before?
No，
No?
No.
Oh, guys, come on.
你真的知道他在
I'll
讲
give
哪
you
里
guys some recommendations.
啊，这是什么？西班
November.
牙？
Oh, actually,
威
that's a
尼
good
斯
time.
哎，
I
我
went in
装
the
懂
summer,
哦，
the
又
peak of
装
summer.
听得
反
懂。
正一定没有啊。
Can I go anywhere? But when I saw the Bridge of Sighs, in my
他
opinion,
可以租船
in
机，
many people's opinion, the two look nothing alike.
哇，
One in Venice is a lot
旁
smaller,
边竞技起来了。
fewer windows as well, very small windows, and different color as well. Even the ceiling is different as well. But what people like to say is the concept is what's similar. So the Bridge of Sighs of Venice used to be used by prisoners, and before they get their sentencing, they would pass by that bridge before sentencing, and what people say is that they give their last sigh on that bridge by looking at the outside one last time. So what we like to say about this bridge behind me is that the students move from their residences on the new courts and go to the exam room in the third courts and pass by this bridge and give their last sigh in this bridge before the exams. So that's how we connect
鸭
the
子，
two.
好多鸭子。
And now this concept is now shared all over the world. There's two sites. There's another one in Oxford, which is not as pretty as this one, of course. It's very famous because they shot some of the scenes are very portrayed there. And there's another one in Las Vegas. Who's been to Las Vegas? There we go. Okay, you guys are a fun couple. I know that already. Did you get married there? Oh, why don't you? That'd be so cool. Imagine being married by the Elvis. That's what I'm planning to do. So, the Bridge of Sighs of Las Vegas is located in the Venetian Hotel, which apparently has a river inside of it, but a fake Venice. Yes. They do gondolas as well in that hotel, and they have a replica of the Bridge of Sighs there. A lot of people say that it's not that pretty either. So it is safe to say that the most beautiful Bridge of Sighs in the world is the one here in Cambridge. Once. Now, if you look to my left, right ahead, you guys can see the accommodations of Malden College. This is the last, and this founded by a very well-trained man in 1540. He was one of the executioners of King Henry VIII, who were actually very good friends. Originally, he wanted to name the college after himself, as the Aldi College. But he entered a blue after the Reformation, where Aldi College was named after a saint. So Thomas Hardy chose to name the college after St. Mary Magdalene. But what he did, he changed the pronunciation of the name Magdalene. Pretty much he put his last name, Ma-Eline, Maudlin. So college. The reason why we call this very street the Maudlin Bridge. It's just a pronunciation.
2个不是很好。
我是来10%啦，他感觉越讲越嗨，越来越难。
Malden Street. This is known as Quayside, and also known as the historical heart of Cambridge. The reason why they call it that is because this is where the first settlers, Anglo, Romans, Normans, Vikings, they all settled here in the very beginning of the city, built first buildings in this very area, and
他只要一经过桥底，他网络就掉到剩一个。
where the restaurants and pubs are
这
located.
就是英国的网。
And they used to trade with the Anglo-Saxons. It used to be in
那
the
桥
opposite
底还
side
有
of the
回
river.
音，好不好？搞不好讯号打不出去。
我们
Now the
我们
Anglo-Saxons
等等经过
are
那个桥的时
responsible
候，
for
大
the
家又会
construction
卡
of the
烂。
first bridge ever built in Cambridge, which used to be right in front of us, where the modern bridge is now staying today. And the name of that first bridge was called the Granta Brigger, which means the river. The name Granta Brigger evolved over the years from Granta Brigger to Cambridge, and then to Cambridge, which is now the name of the city today. So in a way, Cambridge was born in this very spot, which is why the locals nicknamed it the historic. I guess because of its valuable real estate, the prices here on apartments done in a 1 bedroom. Investments, this is the place, take from a country. And the good thing is, Malden College has rights, the rights for the majority of the land here. So all of the businesses operating here today have to pay a pretty good penny to Malden College in order to operate in their land. It's the reason why today this college has a net worth of over 200 pounds.
这个小哥很花俏呢，而且他的裤子好短，养眼啊。
你是来游河还是来看帅哥跟鸭子？
不看帅哥干嘛来出国玩？
Ooh, extra fat.
我看你对鸭子跟帅哥比这些东西还有兴趣。
Now, although this building is quite striking, quite rude to this from the outside, this is a dormitory. The students get amazing views. They get to look at you. They're very lovely. Now, this is the deepest point. To show anyone is the top. 511.
很 peace 吗？
Really quite deep.
嗯，
If anyone falls in, do not worry, do not worry. I haven't got a close
黑人小哥这趟滑得好累。有一个游客一人抵2个。你可以回聊天室了。刚刚小哥已经把这里介绍完，你可以顺着顺序再跟观众介绍一次。
Now guys, right ahead you can see the beautiful backs of the new court decorated with the custom icons. Those backs over
好
here.
漂亮哦！
One thing you notice about this back is how the leaves are changing colors. They change every season of the year. So right now in the autumns they turn to this beautiful red you can see right now.
他说每一季
And
那
that's
个
the
叶
very
子
same
颜
red
色都会变。
that they used it as a signature color for the college. So the color of the blazers, sports uniforms, even their punts are painted red after these backs.
我还记得他介绍这些学校，反正 都是什么？不是第一有
And a
钱
really
就
cool
是第
feature
二有
about these
钱，
old buildings is this little
这些都是用
doorway.
钱堆
看，这
出来的。
都是可以
Yeah,
古
there's
代
another one right
建
ahead as
筑
well
都
to
可
the
以
left.
偷冒进去。
And these doorways used to be used by importers and exporters as a way to drop supplies and goods to the colleges. So
这个
before
是
the
运
Industrial
船，
Revolution, punting used to be the main form of transportation of goods.
他说
And this is where they used to drop them.
以前都靠那个洞来
Of course, today
上
that is
下
not
货
the
给
case
学
anymore.
生，上下货
But the
资
doors
源
are now very famous for being
不
used
是用那
for
个洞来
prank
翘课，
pulled by postgraduate students. What they did, they changed all of the fire exit signs in the buildings pointed to these doors, and then ring the fire alarm and had a bunch of undergraduates jumping into the river hysterically. Very, very good prank. I gotta give it to them.
这桥是很漂亮。
And have you guys ever seen the famous movie, The Theory of Everything, about Stephen Hawking's life? Yeah? Did you know that this is the college where they shot parts of the movie on? Yeah. An iconic kissing scene between the two main characters during the fireworks at night was shot in the bridge
我刚刚连他
of
讲的是哪一
St.
部我都不知
John's
道。
College. That's the second oldest bridge in the river, built in 1711. And it is also the lowest, which is why us punters nicknamed it the Concussion Bridge.
大家叫这条桥做脑震荡桥，因为它是最低的桥，还是第二最低的桥，所以他们都要蹲下来，不然会撞到脑震荡。
你说他们
都叫它
业界
脑震荡
业界的
脑震桥 concussion， 给你参考。
所以意思应该是这里曾经击落了很多船夫。
应该是。
So now, as we're passing by Trinity and St. John's once again, like I said before, these two colleges are big rivals in Cambridge. And this rivalry dates all the way back to the Reformation, which is the act of separation from the Catholic Church. An act that started in 1517 in Saxon Germany, when a local priest by the name of Martin Luther wrote his 95 theses in which he debated and argued against the power of the Catholic Church. Now, at that point in time, both founders of Trinity and St. John's were very loyal to the church and very good friends. So they used to be against the Reformation. But there was a situation in which King Henry VIII wanted to annul his marriage to one of his 6 wives, Lady Catherine of Aragon, because she couldn't give birth to any of his male heirs. So he requested the Catholic Church for the annulment, and the Catholic Church refused, saying that there was no grounds for the annulment. In retaliation, King Henry VIII decided to cut ties with the Catholic Church. He signed the Act of Supremacy in 1552, in which he seized all their power in England, and then he installed
有
the Church
谁
of England,
有
in
刚
which
刚
he
那个
became
人还
the head
敢
of
他妈掉在水里
Once he had the power of the Pope himself, he annulled his own marriage to Lady Catherine of Aragon. Now, one of the people he wanted by his side was his friend, Bishop John Fisher. But Bishop John Fisher was very much loyal to the church, so he opposed the idea. And because of that, King Henry VIII beheaded his own friend. Not nice. Nowadays, we just don't on Instagram and you get the idea, you know. But back in the day, you had to really cut him off, you know. It was a little bit more. And it's because of that that the two colleges today are big rivals in Cambridge. And the rivalry continues to this very day. Today, though, they like to compete over who has the best buildings, the best grades, the best sports teams. Currently, right now, Trinity is known for being the most prestigious because they have 31 students that have won a Nobel Prize compared to St. John's 11 students. And St. John's is known for having the best buildings. And that's mainly because of the castle behind me, which is the most beautiful building in the River Cam. But a building from Trinity that could compete with the ones in St. John's is the one to my left. That's the famous Grand Library, designed by famous architect Christopher Wren in 1695. Same man that designed the St. Paul Cathedral in London. Now, the reason why this library is very famous is because it contains around 75,000 original manuscripts and first edition books of famous authors. For example, the first handwritten manuscripts of Winnie the Pooh by A.A. Milner is in this library. Principles of Mathematica, first edition by Isaac Newton is here as well. And the first football rule book ever written is also here in this library. Yeah. As a matter of fact, the first official football match ever played was played here in Cambridge by Trinity students in the 1840s. and they played it in Park
那
of
个是什么
Peace,
神
which
奇
is
的
a
手
park
稿
in the center of town.
啊，这 Winnie the Pooh 的作者的
And
第一
the
手
oldest
稿，
football club in the whole
就
world
是
is the Cambridge
就是
University
他
Football
写的
Club.
第一个，
Which
不
is
是
still
第一
alive
本
to this
书，
very
我是
day.
说那个东西什么
They're not that good, though.
的
Winnie the Pooh
It's good
小
for
熊
CD.
维尼耶，震惊了吧？
Now, if you look to left, I'm very bad with left and right. Sorry, guys. So to my left, you guys can see the new court once again, and that's the very same residence where King Charles III, our current king, used to live in. And usually, as soon as you're done with it, King Charles is probably the student that took the longest time to get his first job. Over. And the first job he got. And also, the famous Isaac Newton was a student here. I mean, actually a scholar. And in his honor, they have a clone of the college, which you guys can check it out after the tour.
苹果树，
嗯，你没看过那个？听名字的时候会以为很多人苹果树，在网络上看，会觉得不过
不过
哎，上面根本没有，感觉已经长不出苹果。这里感觉很多造神的东西啊。
You guys feel jealous of fire for 30 minutes after the tour? The most? You can have one little experience with punting. Very fun? No? No? Okay.
Too far up.
And it is quite hot, so still enjoyable. I mean, I wouldn't mind falling in right now. I'm tempted. It is pretty. Enjoy her
为
library.
什么大家那么短？想
1998.
想怎么样啊？
And this library is part of our next college, which is complete from Trinity College.
会车
One
会
was
车，
founded by Bishop William
撞到了
Bateman in 1350.
没有哎。
哇
And he founded the
技术
college
超
as a
好，
way to
比
train
你
new
开车
lawyers
技
and
术。
priests, as a way pretty much to replace the ones who were killed by the plague, which arrived in England in 1348. It is said that during the plague he lost around 700 priests and 600 lawyers, so he used this college as a way to train new ones. It is due to its roots that today the college is very specialized in law. However, its most famous student was
英
not
国
a
的
lawyer.
网络就是这样，
was
一
the
过
famous
桥
Stephen Hawking.
他就不行，他基本上有
Stephen
任何
Hawking,
遮
after
蔽
he
物，
finished
他
his
网络。
undergraduate
比如说
in
你去
Oxford,
百
he
货
redeemed
公
himself
司，
and
基
he
本
came
上
to
里面完
Cambridge.
全没网络，几乎完全没有。
And he frequented
你
this
只要
very
去任
college.
何一家店里面，就几
At
乎
the
没
end
有
of
网
his
络。
studies, he became a
你一定要
fellow of
用
the
店里
college,
面的
which pretty
WiFi
much
才
means a
能上
partner.
网。
And he got a job in Cambridge University as a director in the physics department. So many people have the experience to attend one of his lectures, seen around town, which are quite wholesome stories. And any of you guys know the famous actress Rachel Weisz, the wife of Daniel Craig, James Bond? Yeah, she also was a student here in Trinity Hall. The way that I found out, she told me when she actually got one of my boats. One hell of an experience, I'm not gonna lie. Beautiful, beautiful lady. I thought she was gonna be 6 foot tall, but she's actually 5'6". She's very happy about that.
他说是哪个？
She
James
studied
Bond
here
的
as
老
well.
婆，
好，
She can
他说
punt.
他带过他
然后在他5、6岁的时候，
Yeah.
5、6年前，
不是，他是说他以为他有6尺高，结果他就
So wow.
5.6，
She wants to
6
push
尺
the
是
boat so bad. I
180
pretty much sit down with her friends.
所以
And
只
she
有
push the boat and give
170
us a little bit of a story of her life.
左右吧。
Yeah, for a moment I kind of imagined a life where she married me instead of Daniel Craig, but
Daniel
you know,
Craig
another
就是那个
universe.
James Bond
now that me is very happy.
吧，应该吧。我没有看过 James Bond，我也不知道。
我也没有。
And if you guys watched the famous series The Crown, so this last couple of episodes are coming out. One of them is the ceremony between King Charles and Camilla, and they filmed that
他这趟
ceremony
旅程
right here in the
用
King's
的最多
Chapel,
就是
like
The Most
ends of May.
Famous，然后我都一
So
个
yeah,
都没
many
听
of
过。
some of my friends that study here got the chance to meet the actors, take pictures with them, which is quite cool. Also another benefit of being a Cambridge University student. You
他说
literally
那
are
个
the main
皇
character of
冠
your life.
王冠那个在 Netflix 上面的王冠，所以记在这边拍的。然后他们有一些同学有跟演员拍照。哇，杀人了啊！
Wait.
掉进去。
I'm catching up, right? Oh,
哦，
don't you dare.
我要死
You
了
gotta！drink. Oh, you got one out? Alright, go for it. Wait.
我要死了！我要死了！他要击中我的头部，然后我就要死了。啊，好害怕！I'm going to die。
That's a long throw.
他丢进河里了，捡不回来了。
Thank you.
Oh, 100, wow. Hold on, back of this like
Alright. We're back in business.
Have you got one?
Yes, I got this. The last one. Don't tell me you got that on video.
No.
Need some sugar right now. Ooh.
完蛋了，我们开直播，再跑不掉了。
Alright.
那等下可以去找他，等下可以去找他老板。
卖这部影片给他好了，叫他把那60磅还来。每个划船的人都湿哒哒的。
你以为这很轻松啊？这看起来超累耶。
不是流汗的，是那个水喷到全身都是，他们整件裤子都是水。
这你要确定不是汗。
So right ahead, you guys can see the King's Bridge, designed by William Wilkinson in 1819. Originally, the bridge was actually built in front of the chapel, but students and teachers alike complained that it used to knock off the view, so they destroyed it and rebuilt it right here where it is now today. And as we pass the bridge, if you look to my left, you guys can see this little area of the river under the tree. This is where I fell in the river for the first time on my first tour. So that's my spot. Yeah, I'm still working on getting the plate with my face on it here, but yeah. Got both stuck into one of the branches, and unlike Rose on Titanic, I didn't let go. So that was a hell of an experience and a hell of a tour. Now, this beautiful building to the left is the famous Bodley
有
Court
啊
of，King's
有在
College.
使用的、啊，这都
It's
是
a residence
然后
for
大家都在外面
students.
工作。
Considered to be the most luxurious in the whole river because of the rooms that you get in here. So those 3 windows facing the river right now, it's only 1 room for 1 student.
哦，他说这3个窗户大小的这个地
So
方
you
是
can imagine the amount
一
of
间
space
房，一个学生的一间房，这么大哎，就是他
Some
说
of the famous
这
students
样
that
子是一
attended this
间哎，
beautiful building say
哇，好爽哦。
that in the rooms you get your bedroom, a living room, and a kitchen.
对啊，就是这样子3格才是一间哦。
One of the famous students that attended this building was the famous Alan Turing, the father of modern computing.
超大的哎，
Parts of the movie Imitation Game was shot here as well.
好好读书啊，各位。
And for my customers from Taiwan, do you guys know the famous Chinese poet
徐志摩
Yes, so this is the college where he stayed as well. here in
徐
Kings.
志摩大学。
徐志摩.
所以他的康桥是刚刚那个桥。可我刚刚听他是 King Bridge。
Now, as we live in
Wow.
Kings, we have now entered Queen's College.
Queen's College。
All of the buildings ahead of us are residences of queens. This college was founded by Queen Margaret of Anjou in 1448. She used to be the wife of King Henry VI, and she was a French queen. You guys know the Queen Margaret of Anjou? Was she famous? No? Yeah, that's alright. But yeah, and the building to my left is the Rasmus building, designed by Basil Spence in 1959. It is the first modern building to be built in the river. It was named after this Darius Erasmus, who was a Dutch scholar that helped the college translate the Bible from Latin to Greek and then back to Latin again, making it more accessible to the public. But there's many rumors running around this building. So there's a rumor that the designer, Basil Spence, was very high on LSD when he was designing that building, because he was trying to make a reflection of the opposite side of the river. As you guys can probably see, it didn't quite succeed.
找这怎么好像抖来抖去？
不太行的。
哦。我这个没有打招呼，看起来
不熟啊。
不熟。隔壁公司的来破坏我们公司的财产。
那这是兼差是不是啊？
但为什么每个都那么帅啊？这很困扰我。
Steer that way. Buddy. Steer this way. Steer this way.
This way. I just think, yo, we're gonna hit.
哦，啊，太可惜了。好了，好了，我们的老哥笑不出来，自己一个人有。
他应该说这个 video 不
他直接在这个河里面横着。
So now, right ahead, you guys can see the famous mathematical bridge, also known as the famous wooden bridge. Very famous because of the lies that us punters have created over the years. There's plenty of lies surrounding around this bridge. Two of the main ones is the lie that we say the bridge was designed by Isaac Newton, when in reality it was designed by a man called William Etheridge in 1749. And the other lie that we like to say is that if you take all the nuts and bolts of the bridge will still stand. As a reference to being designed by Isaac Newton, it was supposed to defy gravity. Well, there is a rumor that a group of students got very drunk one night and tested that theory out.
对啊，
Took all the nuts and bolts of the bridge, and the bridge collapsed.
从这座桥就可以知道，这所学校就是靠牛顿造成的，一堆都跟牛顿有关系。
So the reason why this bridge is so famous today, it is a lie created by us, the punters. And the reason why it's called a mathematical bridge is because the designer, William Etheridge, used a mathematical theory created by Isaac Newton called the tangential radio transverse theory. Yes, and what makes the bridge quite special is the fact that it was built out of straight wooden blocks.
不用螺丝的，就他没有用螺丝就建成一座桥。
optical illusion.
然后可是我刚看一下上面拴了很多螺丝。
I'm starting to think I have a condition because I'm sweating way too much. It's not normal.
It's just the temperature.
You guys are not sweating that much. I'm sweating buckets, I'm dripping. All the water that I drank today just getting out of my body. Now we're back to New Lane, back to where we started.
哎，所以它是不同路线的，是这边，然后它有一个是往那边的。
不知道哎，这我就不知道。
哦，还是它有一个那个钱应该是全程的吧？
有可能吧。
因为我们滑到一半就回来了。
有可能。而且那个可能是不同公司的服务不太一样。
No, guys.
是不是那个他刚说每天都要逗他笑的阿伯吗
I'm not the best of parkers, so we might have a couple of bumps here and there.
你们看，每个都是小帅哥哎！你看每个穿短裤的都是还行的哎。这家公司要怎么？如果没有被这家公司录用的人，会不会很受伤？难道是我不够帅吗？
人家那个拉克小姐姐也长得不错，好不好？
拉克。
Alright, guys.
Alright, guys.
You guys are free birds. You can leave.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Hey.
I'm not sure.
Oh, would you like any help, miss?
I'm sorry, I might. Thanks. You're a star. Thank you so much for Pilates.
Thanks so much, miss. It was a pleasure.
Lovely.
Thank you.
哎呀 ，Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Enjoy your day.
你干嘛扶我？他要扶我的。
我怎么知道？你要先讲。
你毁了我跟黑人小哥的亲密接触，不好意思。
那你可以说 you go away.
So do you want to organize the drink group then? Are you in line for the private one?
Hi, you guys are free bird.
那你再走一小段，你可以回一下他们，刚刚都没有跟他们互动到。
我手机已经发烫了。
那是因为太阳晒的，好吗？ 你可以看啊。
干屁股都麻了。我都不知道我现在需不需要重新整理。
滑到最底应该就是新的了。
最底下是不是？嗯。最底下是什么？所以刚大家谈什么？刚刚就是游河啊，然后在介绍这个运河旁边的各种历史。反正我听完了总结就吃钱了。他是说什么某些特别有名的学院都是，就是什么某个国王或某个什么皇后盖的，然后就是你看起来越屌的，就是花了越多钱，就这样。现在是放暑假吗？看起来也不像啊。
没有啦，结束了暑假。
对啊，我看你们都没有什么人。我看
是
那些，
在学校里面吗？
因为我看那些美剧，不是都很多人坐在那个河边啊、草坪上啊，然后在那边看书啊，或者是什么的。
就坐在河里划船。
他在河底捡可乐，河底捡可乐发财。这里一罐可乐可以卖，应该有3欧吧，3磅。
1点多啦，杂货店的话大概1点多吧，不可能不破1块的。
算2磅好了，2磅80块，在河底游泳捡可乐就可以赚80块。
人家是剑桥学生好不好？随便出去做工作都赚的比你多。
哎，帮我们划船那个也是啊，叫什么？他这样一趟，不知道能赚多少。英国的物价怎样？就是来英国就是不要聊钱，聊钱伤感情。我们随便吃一餐都是4位数起跳，
台币4位数，
台币4位数起跳，随便一餐哦。你去吃那个什么素食店，也快要也是将近4位数素食店，而且是只点一个主餐的那一种，就一个汉堡可能就要300-400。这里就是我们现在去哪里？
过马路过去那边。
现在是不是很热？其实还好，现在是下午大概4点多。
我们刚
其实3、4点就已经算凉快了，3、4点大概就剩24、25度了吧。
1到2点真的太热，我们躲在百货公司坐着。先生，你可以按了吗？
好啦，那我要当 free bird 了，你们也可以准备当 free bird 了。我们是可以过的吗？
可以啊，绿灯啊。